The audience at Jimmy Kimmel's late-night show had been expecting an evening of light-hearted banter, playful jokes, and the kind of quirky charm Diane Keaton is known for bringing to every interview. But what unfolded live on air quickly veered into one of the most shocking confrontations in recent television memory. From the moment Diane sat down, her body language suggested tension. And as Jimmy steered the conversation toward controversial territory, the tone became sharper. Instead of relaxed storytelling and promotion of her upcoming film, the segment turned into a heated back and forth that no one had seen coming. Why did Jimmy decide to press Diane so hard about rumors swirling around Hollywood? Was Diane prepared for such an ambush-style approach? Or did she expect a respectful exchange? Could the producers have predicted this outcome before she walked on stage? What responsibility does a host have to balance humor with sensitivity? And most importantly, how did the audience react as the drama unfolded in real time? Asterisk, as the questions grew more direct, Jimmy pushed Diane about her personal life, hinting at gossip surrounding her past relationships and choices about remaining single. Diane, normally quick with wit and self-deprecating humor, stiffened and fired back, making it clear she wasn't interested in rehashing old rumors. Her frustration escalated when Jimmy refused to pivot, seemingly doubling down for laughs at her expense. The crowd's laughter became uneasy, with some applauding Diane's defiance and others stunned into silence.
Why would Jimmy press such
sensitive points in the first place? Was he trying to provoke a viral TV moment at the cost of respect? Did Diane feel cornered, unable to steer the interview back to safer ground? Could she have simply laughed it off instead of fighting back? Or was this the moment she decided enough was enough? Asterisk, the tension reached a boiling point when Jimmy made a remark about Diane's age and her refusal to conform to Hollywood norms of relationships and marriage. Diane sat up straighter, her trademark wide-brimmed hat shadowing her eyes as she firmly told him that such questions were outdated and insulting. Gasps rippled through the studio as Diane's fiery tone clashed with Jimmy's attempt at levity. Why would Jimmy take such a personal jab instead of focusing on her career? How often do female celebrities have to endure these types of questions in interviews? Did Diane's anger resonate with viewers who saw her as standing up for herself? Could Jimmy have salvaged the moment by apologizing right then? Or did his insistence on keeping the bit alive seal the fate of the interview? Asterisk, Jimmy tried to recover by jokingly saying Diane was proving his point with her fiery reaction. But that only added fuel to the fire. Diane shot back, calling the host's approach lazy comedy and accusing him of disrespecting not only her, but all women in Hollywood who were tired of being reduced to stereotypes. The audience applauded loudly, with some even standing up in support, clearly siding with Diane's outrage. Why would Diane take the risk of openly calling out a major late-night host on his own platform? Did the producers panic behind the scenes as the show slipped out of control? Was this a rare moment of authenticity breaking through late-night TV's usual polished veneer? How did Jimmy feel in that instant, facing both criticism and an applauding audience? Could Diane have turned the moment into a powerful monologue instead of walking out? Asterisk, as the confrontation spiraled, Diane tried to steer the conversation back to her new film. But Jimmy interrupted again with a sarcastic quip that seemed to be the final straw. Diane removed her microphone, stood up from her chair, and declared that she wouldn't tolerate being treated like a punchline. The audience erupted into cheers and shocked gasps as she walked off the stage mid-segment, leaving Jimmy visibly stunned. What was going through Diane's mind as she made the bold decision to leave? Did she fear backlash for storming out on live television? Or did she know that standing her ground would resonate with millions of viewers at home? Could Jimmy have stopped her if he had apologized quickly enough? Or was the damage already beyond repair? Asterisk, backstage chaos reportedly ensued, with producers scrambling to figure out how to handle the sudden departure. Meanwhile, Jimmy tried to lighten the mood by making a joke about being ditched on live TV. But his nervous laughter only highlighted how shaken he was. The studio audience buzzed with disbelief, whispering about what they had just witnessed. How did the network feel watching one of their biggest late-night stars lose control of his show? Would they stand by Jimmy, or issue an apology to Diane? Did Jimmy regret his line of questioning the moment she walked away? Could the show's reputation suffer long-term damage from this viral fiasco? And did the audience feel entertained or uncomfortable by the spectacle? Asterisk, by the time the show wrapped, social media had already exploded with clips of Diane's walk-off. Hashtags like hashtag Team Diane and hashtag Kimmel Confrontation began trending worldwide, with fans praising her courage to speak up. Others criticized Jimmy for disrespecting a Hollywood legend, sparking fierce debate across platforms. Why do moments like these spread so quickly in today's digital age? Did Diane anticipate that her walkout would become a viral rallying cry? How did fans of Jimmy react compared to Diane's loyal supporters? Was this clash simply entertainment, or did it highlight deeper issues about respect in media? Could the controversy overshadow Diane's film promotion entirely? Asterisk, the following morning, talk shows and entertainment outlets dissected every second of the confrontation, with analysts debating whether Jimmy crossed the line. Some argued that Diane overreacted, while others hailed her as a feminist hero for refusing to be disrespected. Industry insiders speculated about whether Diane would ever return to late-night TV after this ordeal. Would Jimmy be forced to publicly apologize on his next episode? Could Diane turn this into an empowering narrative during her press tour? How would other celebrities feel watching the incident unfold? Would they fear being treated the same way? And did this moment mark a turning point in how interviewers approach veteran stars? Asterisk, as more details trickled out. Reports suggested that Diane's team had warned producers beforehand not to touch on her personal life, but those warnings were ignored. True, that only added fuel to the fire of public sympathy for Diane. Many wondered whether Jimmy had intentionally disregarded those boundaries for shock value. Did the producers pressure him to push the envelope for ratings? Could this ignite larger conversations about respecting guest agreements on live shows? Was Diane's trust in the industry permanently damaged by the stunt? And could networks start losing access to top celebrities if they keep pulling such tactics? Asterisk, in the end, Diane Keaton's fiery walk-off from Jimmy Kimmel's show became more than just a viral TV moment. It symbolized a clash between old-school respect and modern-day entertainment driven by shock value. For Diane, it was a declaration of self-respect in an industry that often reduces women to gossip fodder. For Jimmy, it was a hard lesson in the risks of crossing a line, especially with someone as respected as Diane. Did this confrontation mark a new era of celebrities refusing to play along with late-night antics? Could Jimmy repair his reputation by making amends? Would Diane see her bold stance celebrated as a cultural moment years from now? And perhaps most importantly, will future interviews change for the better after this unforgettable showdown?